Comrades, it's been a long day. As I say, a wind of change is blowing. Western St. Mary has never been in opposition. And I want to tell you that Omar Woodbine will be the next member of parliament in Western St. Mary. And therefore, comrades, Omar is a man of integrity, clean hands, pure heart, full of talent. Your next Prime Minister of Jamaica will be. Your next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Help me welcome Comrade Mark Jefferson Golding. Jamaica must win.
Yeah. Well, this is Beenie Man representing for Mark Golding, a.k.a. Marky G. Yeah, them not bad like me. Now them don't know we. Them just see it. Yeah, man, on them TV. Zaga, Z. Stand digga digga ding dang digga digga ding dang digga digga ding dang dang. Marky G, I know you a champion. Everybody wave on the right hand. Put up your fist. Hey, Marky G, we don't know, so none of them not like me. See them all hype up, but that's still not spite me. Holding a cut and got you because I love in our heart. And none of them care. Hey, Marky G, me don't know, so none of them not like me. So me I go stand up in them face.
Pull up that selector. Pull up that. Comrade Chairman of the meeting, my colleague and friend, Dr. Maurice Guy, MP for Central St. Mary. Your Worship the Mayor, big up Comrade Fitzroy Wilson. Candidates, Omar Newell and Comrade Omar Arville Woodbine, the man of the hour. Yeah, man. Comrade Byfield, big up yourself. Comrade Big House, big up yourself. Comrade Veen, big up yourself too, man. All the comrades on the platform. Comrades, workers and warriors, foot soldiers and supporters of the People's National Party here in Western St. Mary. The word is love. Comrades, when I came here today and we started on the border and we moved through this constituency and we passed people in the nooks and crannies, highways and byways, hills and valleys, I said to myself, former Minister Montague, you have a problem. You have a big problem. Because the energy for the PNP in Western St. Mary turn up. And the people are saying, this young man here, this capable, dedicated comrade, Arville Woodbine, is the man who they want to send to Garden House to represent you and represent you well. I have every confidence in Comrade Woodbine. He is a man with a serious attitude. He is a man with a caring heart. He's a man who knows how to get things done. A businessman, a self-made man, a family man. And I know he won't rip you off. I know he won't abuse his position. I know he won't discriminate against anyone. Because he believes that Jamaica comes first. And I know that he will do the People's National Party proud in the way that he represents you as your member of parliament when the time comes. So comrades, I have to ask you, are you ready to deliver Comrade Woodbine as your MP for the People's National Party? Yeah, man. I can see and can hear, I can feel Western St. Mary is ready for the People's National Party. And whenever them call it, whether sooner or later, and it can't be much later, because their back is now against the wall. It is going to be our time. And you know, you have a situation where the MP for this constituency is the chairman of the Jamaica Labour Party, but he's not fit and proper to sit in the cabinet. What can go so? What can go so? In the same way that the Prime Minister of Jamaica can't have his Integrity Commission declaration certified, so he's not fit to be Prime Minister of Jamaica. And the fact that he's running back for a third term, even though he committed himself to 2 terms back in 2016, another failed promise that was never delivered. He is not ready. He should not be eligible. He should not be running again to be Prime Minister of the country. Comrades, Jamaica needs a government that can deliver a vision of hope for the people. And the government must be based on a strong ethical foundation. A government that knows right from wrong. A government that knows that the resources of the people are not there for friend and company to benefit from, but are for the people's benefit and the people alone. A government that has a vision to uplift the people and take the country forward in one accord, in a unified approach of progress. We need to move from where we are now, where Jamaica's aspirations for the most part are to migrate, to leave our shores because they don't see hope here under this government. We need to turn that around. We need to build a more productive economy, an economy that generates wealth for our people. It must be built on investing in our human capital, our people, through strengthening the education system, fixing the early childhood and primary system, which is now failing so many young people, delivering over 30% of primary school students into the secondary system, and they can't read and write. They can't do basic arithmetic. We can't build a country like that, comrades. The People's National Party is determined to fix that problem, which is the source of so many other problems. We're determined to have a training system where we work closely with the private sector, where the state training agencies and the private sector work hand in hand to train people to be fit for the jobs that are being created in the 21st century. We have a vision of a strong economy based on the use of technology, driven by a workforce that is first rate and is better than any other in the world. And that is where we are committed to education and we're committed to training. And our people need housing. Housing in Jamaica has been a situation where affordable housing for the people has been left behind. The houses which are built for the most part under the Labour Party are houses that none of you can afford. They don't care about the people's needs. There's a huge unfulfilled demand for affordable housing. And with Professor Senator Floyd Morris, we're determined to build 50,000 affordable houses in our first term of office.
I'm so over my head. I'm so over my head.
And we're working on it already, comrades. Identifying the lands where we can build those houses. Identifying the designs of the houses. Using modern approaches, climate-friendly approaches, with water harvesting and solar energy. Delivering a house at an affordable price. And we're going to reform the National Housing Trust to bring it back to its original vision as an instrument of progress for the people. It was Michael Manley's institution, and we want to return it to its original cause. We're no longer going to take $11.4 billion a year out of the Housing Trust to fund the budget of the government and them talk about no new taxes. That money should be used to build affordable houses for the people. We're going to create a fund out of that $11.4 billion that we're not going to take out of the Housing Trust so that we can provide grants to first-time purchasers, young people up to the age of 35 who are contributing at least 2 years to the Housing Trust. When they buy their first home, they will be eligible for a grant of $500,000 to help them pay the deposit on that house. because we want to help young people get onto the ladder of ownership so they can improve their lives for themselves and their families. We have a number of plans in housing. For public sector workers, we want to reintroduce the special interest rates that were taken away by this government. For public sector workers, we want to say, when you buy a house, you have 3 months before you have to start paying your mortgage so you can sort things out, buy your furniture and so on. We're thinking about the people. We have the rent-to-own scheme for all those who are informally employed and can't prove their income because they don't get a pay slip, but they make their money. They can go into the house and occupy it as a tenant, paying rent equal to the mortgage. And as long as they make the commitments for, say, 6 months, we'll say, yes, you have proved that you're worthy to get a mortgage, even though you can't produce a pay slip. And we will bring them to the mortgage and bring in the mortgage and make them into owners, and they can move forward with their lives. The People's National Party is thinking about the needs of the people. In the area of education, one of the reasons why we're having such problems in the education system is because of the high rates of absenteeism. Absenteeism is when children are not going to school 5 days a week. And many of the times it's because the parents can't afford the lunch money or the bus fare or taxi fare. So we are going to guarantee that all needy students will get at least one hot meal a day at school when they attend school, at primary and secondary school. At least one hot meal a day. And as the economy improves, we'll extend it to breakfast and lunch. We're also going to provide a subsidy for rural children to help them get to school and back. $2,500 a week. Because right now, it's unaffordable for many rural families. We don't have a proper rural transportation system in Jamaica yet. And until we establish that, we're going to help children to get to school. Right now, 7,500 children benefit on the path for some kind of subsidy. We're going to increase that subsidy to the amount I mentioned, and we're going to extend it initially to 20,000 children. And as the economy improves, we're going to take it up and up and up. And comrades, right now, under this government, the imported food bill has gone up from 800 million to over 1.4 billion US dollars a year, imported food. And we're saying a lot of those imports are impacting our farmers, especially when those imports are brought in by importers who get special permits through Fred and Company business. And the labor rights are famous for that. We're going to say some of those import taxes that are being collected on that food, we're going to establish a fund for agriculture, an agriculture development fund to help our farmers to move forward, help them to be more productive, help them with things like fertilizer, irrigation systems and storage for goods to reduce post-harvest losses. Right now in Jamaica, 30% of what is produced ends up spoiling after harvest because there's no proper storage or transportation systems for the farmers.
Come it's a special dedication to all farmers, whether you live a sentence or in a Nova. Cause this is Mr. Cat the Beer Back Rider. The style when me a go get them a go run Jamaica. And in a London I me say in America. And in a Canada I me say in a China. It name the Vinaya style, the Vinaya style.
Super Cat, the general. So St. Mary, Western St. Mary, we have a new deal coming for farmers. Right now, we want to push up the arable lands in this country that are covered by irrigation and serviced by irrigation. We've got to invest heavily in irrigation, in farm roads and other systems, credit, to provide financial credit to farmers so that they can afford the working capital to produce. We have to get that number down. There's no reason why we should be spending so much foreign exchange on imported food when Jamaica produces some of the best food in the world. Some of the best yam, some of the best banana, some of the best cassava, some of the best turmeric, some of the best ginger, some of the best cocoa, and of course, some of the best good ganja, which I decriminalized back in 2015. So you can't go to jail for a split or a chalice. Market G do that. But we have a government we're not ready. We have a government that is not ready. Right now, the Integrity Commission referred the Prime Minister for further investigation for his illicit enrichment situation to the FID, the Financial Investigations Division. And we have heard a U.S. government report say that only around a third of the positions at the FID are filled. 2/3 are not filled. It is being starved of resources, so it can't do its job effectively. It doesn't even have a leader in place now. They have an acting leader who is an ICT manager, not an investigator. Those things don't happen by accident, comrades. Those things are all part of the scheme to maintain Jamaica in the grips of a corrupt government. The people must take sleep and mark death. We have an election coming up. They're going to be running all kind of money and make all kind of promises. Promises are a comfort to a fool. And they haven't been doing things for 9 years. All of a sudden, you see them run up and down doing things that they've ignored and neglected for so long just because they want a third term. But no, they don't deserve a third term. And no, the Jamaican people are not fools. And no, they will not get back into Jamaica House because the PNP is coming with a program for the people. And the people want to see change. And we will deliver that change. Are you ready? Comrades and friends, the change of which I speak is based on a solid ethical foundation. We want a government where the people can trust that they're not being deceived, that they're not being lied to, that they're not being ripped off by those who have obtained power in the name of the people, but are using it to further their own well-being and that of their friend and company. We need a government that is focused on uplifting the people by tackling the very serious challenges we have in our social sector, in our health sector, as Dr. Guy has described, in our education system, as I've already mentioned. And we'll build a strong foundation for our economy so that it is more versatile and more resilient by building agriculture and building logistics and building the creative industries, supporting our musicians, our artists, and all of the other creatives. We have a $1 billion fund we're going to establish to help to get our creatives moving forward to be productive, because Jamaica is a brilliant place. Jamaica is a creative place. Brand Jamaica, based on our music, based on our culture, based on Rastafari vibes, based on lots of great things that we've achieved over the years, can deliver a stronger economy for us. But we have to get behind our creative sector and let them produce. So comrades, this is a serious election. This is an election that will give Jamaica a chance to move out of the morass, out of the mire in which it finds itself under the Jamaica Labour Party, and move it in a positive direction of hope under the government of Mark Jefferson Golding. Comrades, when I toured St. Mary today, the western section, I felt the vibes of the people. They were happy to see us. It was like PNP is having a revival. PNP is having a resurgence. PNP is standing up tall and strong in accordance with our great tradition, from Norman Manley coming through to Michael Joshua Manley, coming through to P.J. Patterson, the great infrastructure man, to Portia, Lucretia, Simpson Miller, Mama P, who had unending love for the people. Big up Sister P. And of course, Peter David Phillips, the great statesman, the finance minister that took us out of financial ruin and put us on a path of sustainable development. Comrades, we have a proud record. Don't listen to their propaganda. Don't let their lies fool you. Don't let their little dollars trick you. Stand firm. We know where we are going. We're on the road to progress again. God bless you all. Power to the people, I say. Power to the people.